This is investment tanking, having a look at the Vickers Armstrong Light 6C. The Vickers light tanks are elegant tanks for a more civilised age, designed and built in a decade building up to the World War II just for the British Army. Far from being heavily armed and armoured, it was designed for reconnaissance duties and policing the British colonies, providing little more than crowd control. But, in World of Tanks, it's forced against enemy armour, and as such has been reduced to one sentence in summary. It's a 15mm machine gun on tracks. The engine performance and ability stay almost true to reality, with a 16.9 horsepower to ton allowing for 52.5 km/h top speed. In the war, it could actually achieve 56 km/h on hard ground and 40 km/h off-road, which is fairly aptly captured with the terrain resistance values. Traverse is quite good, with 40 hull and 36 turret giving a combined gun traverse rate of 76 degrees a second if you're being circled, meaning you'll never feel helpless unless you're reloading. As for the armour protection, it's almost negligible. With the hull being 14 on the front, 13 on the sides and 6 in the rear, you're not exactly going to be protected from even a gentle breeze. Virtually all autocannons in the game can penetrate the 6C despite its angled armour. The only saving grace of the armour is that if you're cresting a ridgeline, your upper front plate forms an autobounce angle, even capable of deflecting shots from the mighty Tetrarch. The turret fares a little better, being 14 both frontally and on the sides and 11 at the rear. Unfortunately, this is barely angled, and if hit anywhere in the turret, it's fairly certain that your crew will be injured. So is it worth fearing on the battlefield? In the right hands, yes. Similarly to the T7 combat car, the 6C receives a nasty machine gun with a large clip, but poor accuracy, reload and damage. With only an AP round in clips of 40, your shots have to be placed and timed carefully with a 0.52 accuracy to do the full potential 360 damage. That's 9 damage per shot, with an average penetration of 27mm. That means there's a whole plethora of tanks that you can't even hope to damage frontally, some even from the sides. The clip reloads in 18 seconds without equipment, meaning you have a long time to choose your target and angle of fire. Either zip past them and shoot their exposed sides and rear, or attack from an elevated position and use your full -10 degrees of gun depression. Remember, a lot of tanks' top armour is only a couple centimetres thick, so it's almost always a weak spot. As you've seen, I'm playing it in a platoon with another 6C, covering each other's reloads and providing distractions so that we can enable the other to flank around and finish off the enemy, just in case the first attacker's clip bounce some shots. It's a very pack-oriented tank, but if left alone will quickly die to multiple enemies or a single well-armoured enemy when the 6C is reloading. So just take the game slowly. Run away. A lot. Survive the game to do as much damage as you can and finish off low health targets whenever the opportunity arises. Every map, even if it's mostly open and exposed, will provide you with an escape route to survive or use to flank. Learn the maps, learn the tank, and support your team. You're very much only a support vehicle. So, is it a good tank? It was a free New Year's gift, they weren't meant to be good, but it's manageable. Is it worth having? Don't go out of your way to get it. If it's in your garage, keep it, so if it's given out again, you'll get some free gold. Selling it only gets you pathetic volumes of silver, and the credits it earns aren't too impressive, so don't worry about it being productive. Play it for fun, or to generally practice. It's just a fun little tank to play. So, just kick back, spend more gold, and keep tanking.